guys, it's Tanya, and I'm here to finally do my Q&A. I know a while back I had asked to ask me questions, and I thank you guys so much who have asked, who took time out of your lives to ask me simple questions. I said, ask me anything. It doesn't even have to be beauty related. I put it Google+, Snap, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I put it everywhere. So I got some questions, not many. I only had 97 subscribers, so I wasn't even expecting as many questions as I received. But I'm so thankful I did receive them. Now I will answer questions. Jesse asked, how fast do you get your free stuff? And it depends which company I get it from. Usually it takes 2 weeks after I received an email from, and I'll put the links below, Smiley, Buzz Agent, Influencer, Pinch Me, CrowdTap, all those I'll get, and it feels like I'm missing one. But anyway, all those I will get email saying look out for, and it'll tell me what I received for free. So I just wait about 2 weeks, and then sometimes I get stuff without even knowing, and I'm like, what is this from? And got lipstick on my teeth, and I'll be like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, and it's awesome. So I make these videos to show props and thank them. Okay, Belle Blue asked, why were you in the hospital? And Leo Roar, what made you start a channel? Now both of them are kind of, I'm just gonna answer together. A while back, I had made a video for Philosophy. I had received these free products, and I had an IV coming out my neck. Let's see. They started one here, they couldn't. So sometimes it's really bright on the camera and it looks like I have a hickey or something, but it's not. It's actually a scar from the big tube that they had to put down my neck. And I had went into the hospital and did my video. I was on a lot of medications, and my family had encouraged me, just start a channel. You do this free stuff anyway, might as well get into it. Barely started, so it's like, okay, you know, I'll do something. And I did it because I don't work. Well, now I do, and just did it as a hobby, something to enjoy. And so that's what made me start it. So I was in the hospital because I have chronic pancreatitis with fibrosis and sphincter of Oddi dysfunction. Now, sphincter of Oddi dysfunction is like a muscle spasm. My sphincter of Oddi is the two muscles, and it just spazzes uncontrollably, and it irritates my pancreas, and my pancreas flares up. So it's like the cycle. Then my pancreas flares up, then my sphincter of Oddi spazzes out uncontrollably, and it's just this vicious cycle that affects my body. Long Island Lee, you mentioned you were in an accident. What happened? Okay, yes, well, a couple of videos too, I mentioned I was in an accident. I was in actually 2, well 3 if you count this, but I'm not insecure about this. I had mentioned my mouth. When I was younger, I was on, my permanent teeth already came in, so I was probably like 10 or 11. I was leaning on a bench, and a family member was really violent at the time, and he slammed my head against the bench, and it caused my lip to bust from here to here. It knocked out my permanent teeth, so we had to place them back into my mouth, and back then we didn't have insurance to get us any help, so I never got my teeth fixed, and it's a big insecurity with me. I used to always laugh like this, and I love making people laugh. You can ask anybody that knows me. I'm this big haha comedian person. I just love making people laugh. Even when they visit me in the hospital and I'm the sick one, I love to entertain them. That's just the person I am. And so it's really hard. This was really hard because I knew that everybody would focus on my teeth. I knew that that would be the main focal point of people, but hey, I love doing this, so oh well. And the second accident, I was hit by a car. My whole jaw had shifted. I had a cast on my arm, a cast on my leg, but my top jaw, if you notice, my teeth aren't even lined. They're supposed to be here, but it's way over there. So it was just a big insecurity of mine, this whole mouth area. But oh well, I know people say, well, you know, you have such a short life, who cares about insecurities? You know, everybody has that one thing, whether it's their hair's too frizzy, their eyebrows, it's something. I have several things. I am human. I'm happy, I'm confident, I love myself, but there's a couple insecurities that I wish would be improved on. Okay, anyway, Trish, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's Inez, because there's a L or a 1, Inez 1 or Inez L. I'm sorry. Love your hair. How much do you have to color it and keep it up? Okay, I recolor it every 4 weeks. I add a red, bright red color, and then every 2 months I would do my roots with bleach and then redo it again. And that's how I keep the red, because when I wash it a couple of times, it starts to fade. Like, it was bright red one wash, and now it's like a, I don't know, I see like a pinkish red. And yeah, and I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in a long time. I had like a boy haircut, really short, and I haven't cut it since, and I really need to cut it with all the coloring I do. Okay, anyway, Tiger Blush. Your bloopers are the best. What made you decide to add them? I love Nicole, Young, Wild, and Polished, and she does bloopers with a squeaky voice. And I've always loved bloopers. If you look at my YouTube from when I first started it like 8 years ago, you'll see I watch Friends bloopers. I watch bloopers on every movie there is. I think that is so funny. Seeing all the people hard work and then seeing their little mess ups, I think it's hilarious. And so I love making people laugh. That's who I am. So I thought, great idea. Go ahead and do it at the end. And I hope she isn't offended or anybody gets offended. Okay, Lucky, what inspired you to do makeup? Okay, when I was younger, my eyes were made fun of. I would be called bug eyes or whatever. And when my husband and I first met in high school, he would kiss my eyes. He said that he loved my eyes. So he gave me confidence to first do my eyes. That's it. I just did my eyes. A couple of years ago, I was watching beauty channels from like Bunny to Nicole to Dulce Candy, like to a lot of people, and I just loved them. And yeah, so I started just doing makeup, and then I would get compliments. I would get compliments from friends and family members, and they would ask me how I did this, did that, and so I just felt more confident, so I just kept on doing it and learning as much as I can. I'm not perfect. I'm 39. I just got into all this makeup, like really getting into makeup maybe 2-3 years ago. Not even then. Like maybe a year and a half ago. Eyeshadow I've always been into, but really all this, just about a year. So I am new at all of this. Mario, who is your inspiration? I have so many inspirational people. What really got me to do the channel by watching like Nikki tutorials. I love her. The Power of Makeup video was like so right on. I love her. Jordan Hans, Glam Gore, all of them with their body painting and their special effects. They're just like so amazing. Manny MUA, I love him. He's so funny. Nicole, Young, Wild, and Polished. I love how so honest and fresh they are. Fancy with Candace, she's such an upbeat personality. She's so funny. You know, really, she's just cute. She's really cute. Jam Beauty, I love her. She's so sweet, and she's really honest. Jen Loves Reviews. I love her. She always responds. A lot of these people respond to me, and a lot of people, when I make comments, I could be making comments for days and they just don't respond to me. So I'm kind of like, I still inspired by them and I know they're busy, but these people really always respond to me and I love them. 11th Gorgeous, they're sisters who are just, they're funny, they're beautiful, I just love watching them. They make makeup interesting. Kathleen Lights, Andrea, I don't want to mess up her name, Montiliano, she's Italian, I guess, I don't know. I better not say Italian because she might be Sicilian and get offended, or I don't know. But I like her. Candy Johnson. She is so busy. She is gorgeous, beautiful. She does body paint, she does regular makeup. She's so inspirational, but she still will always respond to my comments. She is just, I love her. She's one of my favorites. And Brandon Esca, I guess how to say his name. I like him too. He responds, and he even asked me, tag me in Twitter, tag me in Instagram if you do this look. And Dulce Candy, she's also, that's who, I've been watching her for years. And then there's also Desi Perkins and Luster Lux and Patrick Starr. I like watching them. Yeah, but those, all them, and there's so much more that I didn't really, that they didn't pop out to me, but these people pop out to me. And, okay, Petra, how did your husband capture your heart? Okay, my husband and I started dating in high school, and he moved quick. He had told me he first loved me a month after we were dating, and I was on the phone, and he said it again, and I was like quiet, and he's like, well, and I was like, well, I like you a lot. And he was like, well, aren't you gonna say you love me? I was like, I don't know if I love you. And he's like, well, then I won't tell you I love you again. I said, good, because you're making me uncomfortable. And he hung up the phone. He hung up the phone. And so, but he talked to me. We were still going out. And I did tell him I love him. Well, then, but not yet. Then he asked me 2 months after we were together that he wanted our relationship to work and he wanted to marry me. He said he knew when he saw me that he wanted to marry me. And I think after that I had said I love him. But even though he asked me to marry him 7 times, I kept saying no because I come from a broken home and I'd seen everybody around me just breaking up, divorcing, having serious relationships in high school, and then I would see their other ones cheat. Just, it wasn't good. I didn't feel like if I marry you, then what happens if we end up in a divorce? Kids don't need to see that. So what captured me is I was pregnant before I got married, and in the hospital room everything was chaotic, and it's like a movie, I promise you. Everything was crazy because back then our hospital was like you jump from one bed to another bed, and all these nurses were around because I couldn't push anymore. I was so tired. I was in labor in the hospital for 17 hours, but at home for a couple more hours. But I was in the hospital, straight labor, 17 hours. They were trying to control it because it was so painful, but I didn't want any epidural or drugs. Yes, I was crazy, and I didn't want anything, so it was just so bad. And so it was chaotic, and they said after her head and shoulders she'll slip right out where her hips got stuck, and I had tore, and I just like, I can't push anymore, stop. So everybody was running to me, and it was crazy. Well, then I finally delivered her, and I remember my husband just looked at me and said, you're beautiful, thank you, and he gave me a kiss, and then he went to go see our little girl. And it was like perfect. Everything slowed down. The incubator lighting was on him, and he had this tear coming down his eye, rubbing our baby's chest. And I looked at him, and and I was like, why did I ever say no? Look at him. I can be with him forever. He does love me. And that's when I decided that I wanted to be with him forever. And yeah, Leanne, what is the best foundation to use for oily skin and huge pores? Okay, the first, oily skin, Maybelline Fit Matte Foundation, drugstore. I absolutely love that foundation. I don't have oily skin. I have dry skin, but I've used the one for oily, and oh my gosh, it is so awesome. And I've heard so many of the people that I follow love this foundation. It's awesome. And for pores, primer's always the best thing. You use primer and it helps set your foundation, but primer, the Benefit Pore Fusion? Yes, POREfessional. Benefit the POREfessional. That's a minimizer for primer. And then NYX Pore Filler. That primer is also very awesome. You put it on and then you wait till it sets, then you put your foundation, and those two combinations will work awesome. And Leanne asked, if you're using a dark eyeshadow, could you use a dark lipstick? Now in the beauty world, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to use, like if you use like a transition color, if you're using, you know, what your crease is like a mauve color, then kind of use a mauve lipstick, just a hint of what you're wearing on your eyes. You kind of match with your lipstick. You could do that. A lot of beauty people will say, don't do it, don't do it. And but I say, if that's what you like, do it. You know, if that's what makes you happy, that's all that matters. Fall's really good for that. Fall, because it is for the dramatic smoky eye and the dark deep lip, and you could do that. For winter and summer, it's usually light and airy and bright colors, but if you like it, wear it. The thing I will stress though is blending so important. I see girls wearing like 3 or 4 eyeshadows, but you could literally tell they just went boom, boom, and boom. And it's like, blend those together. We don't want to see where one color begins and one color ends. Blending is so important. I spend all my time blending. Most of my time on my makeup is because of blending. I can do everything really quick, but blending my bronzer, blending my blending everything is so important. Now, why I keep doing this? But blending's important. Okay. Oh, and she also asked if you have blue eyes, what's good for eyeshadow for blue eyes. Now, stay away from blue eyeshadow and green eyeshadow. That dulls out your blue eyes. What you want for it to pop out is like copper colors. I wrote it down. Like neutrals, browns, copper colors. And if you, on your bottom lash line, use like a cream, like a beige, white on your waterline. Use an eyeliner that's really, really light color. Even if you use an eyeshadow on your lash line that's like bright and white and light, that'll make your eyes look bigger, so it'll make it pop more. And then Mia had asked for green eyes, and green eyes are taupe colors, purples. You could use green, but not like a bright green. You want to use a green that has like a gray undertone or a brown undertone, so like an olive green. Those are great. Now, I'm not a beauty expert. I don't know. This is just stuff from research. This is from stuff from I've used, from people I followed, what they've suggested. So please don't kill me or write comments how wrong I was. This is just my research that I've been looking up. And Mia also asked, what's the best eyeliner? I love the L'Oreal brand. I have black. I just love the L'Oreal ColourPop, also a drugstore. They came out with a whole bunch of new eyeliners. The pencils. The pencils are amazing. The pencil eyeliners are the best eyeliners from ColourPop and L'Oreal. Love them. And for brown, like cobalt blues, deep blues, like purple eyeshadow, greenish colors with like gold specks in it, or gold hues, gold metallic colors, and coppers too are also good for brown eyes. And that is all the questions I have, and I probably have like an hour video, and I apologize so much, but thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I want to hit 100 so bad so I can announce my giveaway, and share, let people know about me on my YouTube video. And as always, have a blessed day. Thank you again. Bye. And I thank you so much. My father don't, you know, this is serious, Tanya. This is serious. Okay, where was I? Oh wow, it's got to start this whole freaking over. Tiger blush. Your bloopers are the best. What made you delete? Delete. answering my questions, because that's what you did. You answered my questions. Channels and on YouTubes and stuff like that. On YouTubes. Brown record baby. Oh, thank you, helicopter. From makeup. I'll get compliments from makeup. No makeup here. For makeup. You're so pretty. I like the way you did your eyeliner. Well, thank you, makeup. And they say fall, and yet, well, let me. Okay. The pencil liners are the mess. Best. The pencil eyeliners or oh my god, I'm telling you, really, I just want to finish this. Share, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff, and as always, have a blessed day. Bye.